Okay, for this training video, I'm going to show you how to set up a new file when you're working with a buyer. Go to the top left where it says new, click on that. You'll go to new purchase or offer. And when you're working with a buyer, you likely don't have an address yet, so you can just put in your buyer's name. Skip the address. Go ahead and select residential. Even if it's not, just start with residential for now. And save. On this top dark gray bar here, you'll see summary, parties, and documents. The summary shows basically a full overview of the transaction, the property. Right now, we're just basically inputting our client's information so we can send them some documents for signatures. Go over to the next section, parties, right here. And you'll notice there's already some people in here. These are going to be your marketing coordinators, your admins, your transaction coordinators, and your broker of record. And you'll see on the left side, you can add all the parties that are necessary. For this, we're just working with the buyer. So go ahead and select buyer 1. And we're going to put our buyer in. And since we're going to be sending him some documents, go ahead and put his email address in there. If you know their address, you can put that in there as well. And make sure to save. If you have more than one buyer, you can certainly put them in as well. The next tab over is documents. Click on that. Any documents that you need to work with, you're going to go into working documents. This section here, we've put in all the documents that you are likely to need for a transaction. You may not need all of them. If there's something that you need that you do not see here, you can find it over here under all forms. This is basically your library. Click on that and then type in the first couple letters of the form that you need and it should pop. And once you find the document that you need, you just select it and it will automatically populate over here. So now that we're working with a buyer, we want to go ahead and get the exclusive buyer broker filled out, which we have right here. So I'm going to click on that. And you'll see that the buyer, the consumer, their name has already populated and my name is populated as the buyer's agent. You'll fill all of this out completely. And once it is completely filled out, you'll click on Prepare Signing, Create, and for this form, the buyer's agent and the consumer will need to sign. We're going to add the participants for signing. Click Add Participants on the right here. Add from transaction. And we're going to select the selling agent, which is you. And we're going to select buyer 1. And then at the very bottom, click Select. And you'll see it'll automatically populate here, and here, and here. So every place they need to initial and sign is already here. For example, if there's something that's out of the norm and you need them to sign and it's not already populated, all you would need to do is select the person who needs to sign. So for this one, we'll say the buyer, for example, and you would just click sign here and you would put this wherever you need it. Okay, so we now have our buyer broker agreement completely filled out. We're gonna go ahead and send it to them for signature. We click on next and send. So now we're back in our transaction. We have sent the forms to our buyer to sign. And there is a place here, right here in e-sign, to check the status of a signing. So go ahead and click on that. And you'll see right here, this is what we just sent to our buyer. Open the envelope. And once somebody opens up this email, there will be a green check mark right here where it says authenticated. And once they sign, then there will be a green check mark right here for approved. And if for some reason your buyer says, I can't find it, or I have signed it, and it's still not showing that they have the green check mark here, just simply click on action items and resend invitations. Sometimes it's just a matter of them clicking the complete button at the top of the signing portal. So once you resend it to them, it'll go back to the top of their email. They can open it up again, and hopefully they can get through it that time. So that's it. That's the basics, setting up a new buyer, setting your buyer broker agreement. If you have any questions, please reach out to your sales manager or your TCs.